What's up, sports bettors? I have 5 early NBA player props for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals. So let's just go ahead. Let's get into my first play. So my first play is right here. It's from the sportsbook screen, and I was able to find value on this platform called No House Advantage. So it's a platform, it works kind of similar to Prize Picks, but long story short, you're going to see there's literally a crazy value play in the NBA player points plus rebounds plus assists market. So you're going to see that No House Advantage, they opened Bam's line at 31.5 PRAs. Take a look at Underdog Fantasy, DraftKings, Fliff, right? If you look at every other data point, I say this all the time, and if you want to make money sports betting, this is what you have to understand. Like, this is the most critical thing that you understand. Every sports book is a data point on where the line should be set, right? So Underdog Fantasy is one data point. They have Bam's line set at over under 29.5 PRAs, points plus rebounds plus assists. NHA has this line at 31.5. They're 2 points higher than every other data point in the market. You literally look at every sportsbook, Flip, Caesars, OddsJam is reading in data, real-time odds from hundreds of sportsbooks. They all have this line at 29.5. What is No House Advantage doing with their line at 31.5? Absolutely crazy value on this play. You want to be all over the under. They're the only platform with Bam's line not at 29.5. They're screwing up big time. And again, this is all possible because all these sports books, they all try to set lines independently. You know, No House Advantage, they want to be unique. So they set different lines than Underdog Fantasy, right? These platforms want to be slightly different. If No House Advantage had the exact same lines as Underdog Fantasy, then we wouldn't need both platforms, right? If every sportsbook had the exact same odds, we wouldn't need the hundreds of sportsbooks that there are. So every sportsbook tries to be a little unique, set lines independently. So as a sharp bettor, you know, we're hunting through the market, looking for those spots where sportsbooks are slipping up. That's really what you're doing as a sharp sports bettor. You're saying, okay, I know every book sets lines independently. I'm going to look for those few rare betting opportunities where they're screwing up. So No House Advantage is a very interesting platform as well. It's a fixed payout platform, right? So basically any 5 picks you select, you're going to get a 4, if you go 4 for 5, you're going to get a 2.6x payout. If you go 5 for 5, you're going to get a 12x payout. So it doesn't matter if you take overs, right? Doesn't matter if you switch this to, an under. You're always getting the exact same payout. It doesn't matter if you switch this to a different pick, right? For any 5-pick entry, this is always the payout you're getting. It doesn't matter. So basically the way that No House Advantage makes money is they assume, right, you have no advantage. And if you have no advantage, you're only going to be able to win on No House Advantage. So on this platform, if you have no advantage, you're only going to be able to win these over-unders, correctly 50% of the time, right? If you have no edge, no advantage, you're going to get 50% right, 50% wrong. You're basically flipping a coin, right? Lindor, over, under half of a run. If you have no advantage, you're 50-50 to get it right versus wrong. But on this platform, to be profitable for these 5-pick entries, and I'll include this spreadsheet in the description so you can play around with the numbers, but you have to win 53.22% of your player props, right? So that's the way they get you. They assume you have no advantage, because if you have no advantage, you're only going to be able to get these over-unders correctly 50% of the time, and your ROI is going to be negative 22%, right? If you're only able to get 50% of these correctly. You're looking for player props that are winning above 53.22% of the time. So the way you do that is you use the OddsJam positive expected value tool. So this tool will just show you, and there's baseball plays, right? There's basketball plays, but you're going to see right here, just as an example, I mean, there's a really good play on Vladimir Guerrero, but we're focusing on the NBA in this video. So you're going to see for Malcolm Brogdon, OddsJam is recommending always that you take the bet in bold and in green, so it's Brogdon over 3.5 rebounds. And if you're curious as to why you'd want to take Brogdon over 3.5 rebounds, well, again, remember that NHA, it all boils down to winning your player props 53.22% of the time. If you can win your prop bets 53.22% of the time on NHA, then you're going to make money on this platform long term. And take a look at the sports books. Every sports book has Brogdon's over heavily favored, right? Around minus 130, minus 135. So every sportsbook is telling you, hey, Brogdon's a lot more likely to go over as opposed to under. And we know that No House Advantage is a fixed payout platform. They're not changing our payout based on us selecting over versus under. So obviously, in our entry, we'd want to include Brogdon's over 3.5 rebounds because that's the more likely outcome according to every data point, right? It's not just like there's one sportsbook telling us Brogdon's over should be favored. It's literally dozens of sportsbooks are telling you Brogdon's over 3.5 rebounds is the heavily favored outcome. So this is a prop bet that's winning above 53.22% of the time, so it's a profitable play on No House Advantage. And again, sometimes there's profitable baseball plays. You can see there's an insanely good play on Guerrero. Look at his under 1.5 bases. Again, this platform, they don't change your payout based on you selecting over versus under. That's crazy. That's crazy when you think about the fact that every sportsbook is telling you, no, Guerrero, he's a lot more likely to go under as opposed to over. His under is minus 150 across the sports betting market, right? Minus 150. That's easily a player prop winning 53.22% of the time. So super profitable in a No House Advantage entry. So long story short, get all these sports books. Underdog Fantasy, No House Advantage, Prize Picks, get them all. Never know where the value is going to be on a given day. Sometimes there's really profitable bets on, NHA. Sometimes there's more value on Underdog. Really depends. Never know which sports book's going to screw up on a given day. So anyways, my 5 picks are Brown over 23.5 points, Smart under 14.5 points, Butler over 6.5 rebounds, Brogdon over 3.5 rebounds, and Bam under 31.5 PRAs, points plus rebounds plus assists. And I'm staking $500 to win $6,000. Again, another platform I really recommend that you sign up for, which is also on the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer. Seems like there's a lot of profitable plays on it. It's called Jock Market. There's just been a lot of value, a lot of profitable plays on it. So I highly recommend signing up for this platform called Jock Market. They have a $100 deposit bonus as well, which is pretty cool. So hopefully this video was helpful, and let's make some money, guys.